Top of the morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Only a few announcements I need to make for this Tuesday, February the 9th morning. First and foremost, remember the Teoria exercise, which is posted in the last week's folder, but that I signed last class on Thursday. That Terra exercise is due today by 2 p.m. So please do complete it today by 2 p.m. Before you do that, of course, please make sure you are logged into the group for your respective class. Directions for that are in last week's folder as well. Remember, you need to be signed in. So signed into your individual profile and logged into the classroom, the Terra Classroom for your respective section of MUS 208 to receive credit. If you don't do either of those, I cannot see whether or not you've done the assignment. So please make sure you are signed in and you are registered for this your classes section for Teoria. Again, directions for all of that are on last week's folder. If you have questions about that, if you're confused about that, check last week's folder. This upcoming Thursday, February the 11th, we will have a quiz. I mentioned this last week, so ideally this does not come as a surprise, but there will be a quiz this upcoming Thursday. Transcription, of course, will be the same process as the last couple of transcription exercises we've done. There will be a melody to transcribe, of course, and I'll be asking a few questions about that melody, sort of analyzing that melody. We'll do some practice for that later in the video. So yes, Teoria, make sure you complete that exercise by today, 2 p.m. Make sure you're signed in and registered for the Teoria group before you do that. And quiz on Thursday. Let's get into some stuff. Cool, so let's just dive into it with a few melodies, both in the minor key. This first one, obviously, as you can see, key of E minor. I'm not going to run through any warm-ups in this video. I want to keep it on the shorter side. So if you would like to warm up, if you would like to run through some warm-up exercises, I definitely recommend check out, I believe it was last week's video, where I ran through a couple different scales, arpeggios, and the intervallic jumping exercise. Speaking of which, if you take a look at the first couple of big beats of the melody here, you have this Do up to Re, Do up to Me, and Do up to Fa. Again, very similar to that intervallic jumping thing that we do. So let's establish tonic. So there's Do, here's your sense of Do. For the melody, I'm going to use this as the starting pitch. Okay, so take a moment, pause the video, use the sense of tonic, and please audiate this melody. Groovy. So here we go. And there's your first pitch. Make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, before we move on to the next melody, hope you also noted this intervallic jumping bit we have down here in the second line, Sol to Fa, Sol to Me, Sol to Re, and Sol down to Do. You know what it is. Cool, let's check out the next melody. Cool, second melody, 4/4 time, key of D minor. We're gonna use this as tonic. So here's your Do. Those of you with perfect pitch might know this is not actually D, but this will work well considering the range we're working with, considering we've got this octave span from Sol down to Fa down here. I think this will work well, generally well, with everyone's general vocal range. So there's your Do. You know what to do. Use this Do. Pause the video, audiate the melody. One, 2, 3, 4. Another thing I want to point out, if any of these melodies are going by a little too quickly, just for your comfort level initially, these are all up on YouTube. You can literally go on YouTube and type up this video, find the timestamp, and just drop the speed. Just pull the playback speed, that's what I mean. Just pull that down to like maybe 0.75 or so. The pitch should be the same. It'll sound kind of funky and robotic-like, but it will be a little bit slower if you want to take this at a more leisurely tempo. But anyway, I hope this is helpful. I sincerely do. If there's anything you'd like me to modify about these melodies in these videos, please do not hesitate to reach out and let me know. Sincerely, I want to create the most helpful resources that I can develop considering this online format. Cool, let's talk Udemy. And I'm back, woo! So, with these Talk Academy examples, like we've done in class, I'm going to conduct. Eventually, when we get into examples where I want you to submit videos, like with the assessments or assorted homework assignments, I do want you to conduct while Talkademying. This will be part of your grade, so I will demonstrate with this example. And as you can see right up there, we have an assortment of triplets in this simple meter example. Again, remember those triplets, we're just going to use the syllables ta, ki, and da, just like we borrow from compound meter. So take a second, pause the video, try to audiate this example at a comfortable tempo for you. Okay, let's try it. So nice and easy. We'll take it as around like 1, so kind of like this pace, nice and easy. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Ta ta di takida ta di takida takida ta ta di takida ta di ta takida 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 da ta di takida di ta. Just like that. Again, the only thing I would like to point out here, as you can see, these rests, I do want to acknowledge and respect those rests, so please do make sure those are included in your own Talkademying, because this is definitely about the articulation of these rhythms. If the syllables get a little wonky, that's fine. I'm not going to lose my mind. Yeah, I do want to make sure that the exact articulation of these rhythms, I should say, are coming out clearly. Okay, so that's all I want to do with singing melodies and rhythms today. Let's get into some practice for the upcoming transcription quiz on Thursday. We have a couple melodies that I will have you transcribe in a second. Cool, so here's the first transcription. As you can see, it's actually very similar to the first melody we looked at. Key of E minor, 6/8 time signature. We are starting on the tonic pitch right there of an unidentified rhythm. There's tonic. Okay, there's tonic, and there is specifically the first starting pitch. Y'all know what to do. Take a second, pause the video, set this up, both the staff and also the appropriate shorthand you like to use. And take note, we'll be answering these two questions. First, what harmony and inversion is outlined in measure 3? So this one right here. And what harmony and inversion are outlined in the last measure? You know what to do with this. I don't even have to go on about it. So yeah, get this set up, and I'll play through the examples a few times in a moment. Okay, let's get ready with the first hearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as usual, rewind however many times you need to, but let's check out what that melody looks like. Cool, this is what we have. Let me play through it one time with melody up on the page. Hopefully I won't screw it up. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Again, feel free to rewind this video as many times as you need to, but let's look over those questions. First question, what harmony and specific inversion are outlined in measure 3? Of course, we have our 4 chord, specifically our 4 chord in second inversion, also known as 4-6-4. Check it out, we have E, A, and C, the makings of a second inversion A minor chord. And of course, second question, what's happening in the last measure? Just a root position tonic chord. We have Do, Sol, Me, and Do. Or if you're a numbers person like me, 1, 5, 3, and 1. Okay, I hope that was helpful. We're going to look at one more transcription in a moment. So here is transcription 2, key of D minor. We're looking at the bass clef, simple meter, 4/4 time signature. This one starting on not tonic pitch. I'll let you have to figure out what that note is. So consider if we're in the key of D minor and we're looking at an A down there, what note is that in solfege? I'll let you know what it is. I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is. So go ahead, pause the video, set this up. Here is tonic, although you're not necessarily going to hear the first pitch. Okay. So there's our sense of Do. You know what to do. Set this up, and I'll play the first hearing in a moment. Okay, everybody ready? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so as usual, feel free to rewind as many times as need be, but this is what y'all heard. So, key of D minor, let me play through it one more time. So there we go. And of course, the answer to the question, the range of this example was a ninth, an octave plus a second or a whole step. We go as high as sol way up here and down to fa down here. So I would accept acceptable answers for that question are a ninth, octave plus a whole step, octave plus a second. If you literally want to give me the pitches of this would be highest note A3 and the lowest note of G2, I would accept that as well. But something that gives me an indication you know what the exact range of this example is. Woo, yeah. And that's it for today's video, a bit on the shorter side, but still I hope this material is useful. For Thursday, what I'd like for you to do, there's a PDF up in this week's folder. I hope you saw it already. There's some things I want you to prepare for Thursday, some melodies and rhythms I'd like for you to prepare. They look like this. Melody number 1, number 2, and the rhythm. Now, if these look familiar, it's because you already did these. So please review this video because I will call on people to sing and articulate these melodies and rhythms on Thursday. So please do look these over again. Please review this video at least once before Thursday. I highly encourage you to do it. It will be helpful. And of course, the quiz is on Thursday as well, so please do prepare for that. Hopefully you did these transcriptions. The Teoria assignment is really good prep for the quiz, so I highly encourage you to maybe take another stab or two at that. Even if you knocked it out of the freaking park for additional review, for additional help, I definitely recommend it. The tutors are available as well throughout the entirety of the semester. As a reminder, I will give extra credit if you meet with the tutors. What else? Yes, please do the Teoria exercise for today by 2 o'clock to receive credit. Be signed in, be in the classroom. I know I keep on harping on that, but you'd be surprised how many people forget to do that. So please don't forget to do that. Yeah, that's it. Check out those melodies and that rhythm for Thursday. Quiz on Thursday. Problems, questions, comments, shoot me an email. More than happy to respond, set up a Zoom meeting if need be. Otherwise, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all on Thursday.